Welcome to Stateless Standard, the channel that shines a light on the dark underbelly of power, where the stateless rise against the statist overlords. Today, we're diving into history's biggest slavers. Not the cartoon villains your textbooks peddle, but the real empires that built their glory on human chains. Who enslaved the most? The bloodthirsty Mongols under Genghis Khan, who shackled between 6 and 12 million during their rampages in the 13th, 14th centuries? The British, infamous for shipping 3.4 million souls from West African traders to American plantations over 167 years? Or China's Ming Dynasty, spanning 276 years with a staggering 1.9 billion cumulative population, where up to 5% might have been enslaved? Potentially 95 million? Buckle up. The truth will shatter your illusions, but first, let's define our terms, because in the game of power, words are weapons. A slave, as we'll use it here, owns neither their body nor their labor. Their property, bought, sold, and compelled to toil under threat with zero legal shields or escape routes. Serfs, bonded laborers, indentured servants, they don't count, even if their misery rivaled slaves. Include them, and Russia surges into the top 10. No, we're talking pure, unadulterated ownership. To tally the numbers, we estimate each civilization's cumulative population over its lifespan and multiply by the slave-to-free ratio. Take ancient Athens from 500 to 300 BC. Cumulative population around 2.25 million. 1 in 3 enslaved, so about 750,000 slaves. Simple math for monstrous realities. Now, the top 10 largest slaving civilizations in history rank by sheer numbers enslaved. Starting with a tie for 10th, the Ethiopian Empire, or Abyssinia, enduring 700 years from 1270 to 1974. Cumulative population, 27 million. Early on, 10% were slaves, dropping to 2 to 4% later under Haile Selassie's watch. Total, 9 to 10 million souls in bondage. Sharing 10th is the Umayyad Caliphate. In just a century, from 661 to 750, this Islamic juggernaut spanned North Africa, the Eastern Mediterranean, and the Middle East, enslaving around 10 million. Blink and they built an empire on broken backs. 9th place goes to China's Qing Dynasty. This one's tricky. Definitions matter when states blur lines between servitude and slavery. Cumulative population, 2.5 billion over centuries. If 0.5% were true slaves, that's 12.6 million. But argue 3 to 5% and it balloons to 75 to 25 million. Ah, the flexibility of imperial accounting. 8th, ancient Egypt from 3000 to 30 BC. A marathon of 3,000 years, cumulative population 264 million, about 5% ins totaling 13 million. Pyramids weren't built on volunteer hours, folks. 7th, shocks the senses, the Third Reich. In a mere 12 years, the Nazis abducted and enslaved up to 26 million, mostly from Central and Eastern Europe, the fastest enslavement rate ever. Efficiency in evil, how very statist. Tied for 6th, Korea's Joseon Dynasty, from 1392 to 1897, with 28 million enslaved amid a long, grinding rule. Equals 6th, the Byzantine Empire, self-styled Romans with Constantinople as their throne. From 330 to 453 AD, cumulative 400 million people, 7% slaves. Another 28 million. Christianity's Eastern branch, preaching love while chaining the masses. 5th, the Sultanate of Delhi, an Islamic kingdom ruling from 1206 to 1526. Population 446 million, 8% enslaved, 36 million total. Power's arithmetic is always subtraction for the people. 4th place, the Mali Empire in West Africa, 1235 to 1670. Cumulative 170 million, but a whopping 1/3 enslaved, the highest ratio here. That yields 57 million. They forged the slave trade's infrastructure, routes, markets, the works. Later, Europeans just plugged in and profited. 3rd, the Abbasid Caliphate, dominating the Middle East and North Africa from 750 to 1258. Population, 635 million, 10% slaves, 63 million shackled. Empires rise, but the chains stay down. 2nd, barely missing the crown, the Mughal Empire, lording over northern India from the early 16th to mid-18th century. 1.4 billion cumulative, 8% enslaved, 112 million. Grandeur built on generations of theft. And the undisputed champion of chains, the Roman Empire, from 27 BC to 395 AD. Cumulative population just over a billion, 10 to 20% slaves, that's 100 to 200 million. Roads, aqueducts, colosseums, all on the backs of the owned. Rome wasn't built in a day, but it was built by slaves. Surprised? No Mongols, no British topping the list, though the Brits' 3.4 million is infamous thanks to their meticulous records. Yet in 1807, they became the first major power to abolish slavery and enforce it globally. A rare win against the state machine. No room for other Europeans like the Portuguese or even the US. Western curricula loved to flog their own history, ignoring the bigger tyrants. And the Ottomans? Master traders snatching 10 million from Africa, the Mediterranean, and Eastern Europe. Slav gives us slave, but castration meant no breeding legacy, so they don't crack the top 10. Slavery's as ancient as civilization, birthed by the first warlords claiming divine right, and it endures. Today, 50 million live in slave-like conditions, mostly in Africa, the Middle East, and Asia. Remarkable how the 19th century British abolition stands as a beacon against this eternal statist plague. Remember, every empire here was a state, the powerful devouring the people. In a stateless world, who'd enforce the chains? If this exposed the hypocrisy of power, smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell. Share with those still chained to illusions. Until next time, stay free or fight for it. This is Stateless Standard, signing off.